Hey guys, you came to the Purity and Temptations video, and here we just want to share our advice for the couple who are wanting to maintain their purity and wanting to honor God throughout their relationship. We know the struggle of what it takes to just honor God and deal with temptation properly, so here's some things that we learned. I should probably mention, this is my fiance, his name is John.
This is something that I learned personally as a guy. It's very easy for us to get caught up in hormonal reactions, and so I think it's very important to realize that there are times during our interactions where we can't absolutely keep ourselves under control, and so you kind of have to prepare for the worst before you go in.
We can have boundaries, but if we're not seeking God individually, like, we're not going to listen to it because it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah. You can't expect to seek God more when there are more distractions in your life, when you have a girlfriend or a fiance or even a wife. It's always important to make sure that you're where you need to be in the relationship and that you need to push the other person to be where they need to be in the relationship.
There was a time early on in our relationship where I was really starting to get desperate because we set all these boundaries and I knew I was with God and I was seeking Him, but we kept falling and kept struggling, and I was really getting discouraged. And basically what I found out was that we were in a cycle of stumbling and not actually practicing the boundaries that we set. For example, we have one boundary where we can't be alone in the house, so we would text each other ahead of time to make sure that there's gonna be someone there when we're hanging out. If there is someone and then they decide to leave after, we have to leave with them because you have to take extreme measures to protect each other's purity.
It's very easy to stumble when you're in the same place by yourselves.
Yeah.
And so it's always important to have people that can hold you accountable nearby, whether it's just by being there or by interacting with them, because you're less likely to do intimate, personal stuff together if there's people watching.
Yeah, date in public a lot.
Make sure that you always hang out with other people as well.
Group dates.
Group dates are always a good one.
When you're talking, make sure your conversation doesn't stray away into something dirty, because that can happen when you're closer, you start talking about deeper things, the conversation might take a wrong turn. So pause and say, we shouldn't talk about this, and like redirect the conversation.
Be honest. It's better to be honest about your struggles and have them finding out after they discover it firsthand. Luckily, this is something that we actually did share with one another about our struggles. And so we kind of knew what to watch out for. But if you're not telling the other person something that's holding you back or something that's making you stumble, then you're not only gonna hurt yourself, but you're gonna hurt them as well.
Another advice, don't make any exceptions to your boundaries. You might be like, oh, I'm feeling strong today, I think I can meet him alone at his house. Don't do that, because you never know when you might be feeling it in the moment and all of a sudden it's like, boom, temptation. You don't want to put yourself in those situations from first place, so really obey the boundaries that you set, because Satan loves to watch people who want to honor God fall.
The enemy always uses your moods and your emotions to control the way you react. God doesn't rely on our emotions to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. We're called to a higher power, we're called to a higher being, therefore we can't just focus on our personal feelings when it comes to making decisions.
There is a Bible verse that I want to share. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13. It says, "No temptation has overcome you that is not common to man. God is faithful and He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, He will also provide the way of escape." Now, this is not to say put yourself in a place where you're going to get tempted, but it's an encouragement. Like when you're alone and you're feeling the temptation on you, then just remember that with prayer that you can overcome the temptation through God. Remember, not through our strength, but through His strength. And you guys, just to be honest, there are times in our relationship when we've stumbled and I really considered breaking up because I didn't want to deal with it. But you guys, with God, you can fight it and overcome it. And just hold on to your purity because it's worth it and it's worth honoring God. It's super tough. Is it super tough?
Oh yeah.
It's super tough. And we know how tough it is, but we need to lean on God and listen to the boundaries that we set and always be seeking Him daily.
And you're never alone in these struggles. There's always going to be other people going through the same things you are. And just know that this isn't a permission to let you do whatever you want, but even if you do mess up, it's not the end. God's grace can cover more sins than we can ever commit, and that's not a free pass. You shouldn't let that guilt pull you away from God. He calls you to a conviction which should only pull you towards Him rather than the opposite. So make sure that you're keeping up that personal, intimate relationship with Jesus Christ first. That should be the #1 priority. It doesn't matter how close you guys are to getting married. It doesn't matter how long you've been dating. That should be your #1 priority at all times.
We had someone ask us, are we saving sex for marriage? Yes, we are. We believe that sex is designed within marriage, and so we're fighting the fight with you guys. It's
Yeah.
So we're gonna conclude the video from here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
The purity slash and temptation part. Shoot.
Hi guys, this is Rebecca.
I've been waiting for your hunger. I've been waiting for you. And I've been waiting for your sorrow to land on me. And I've been waiting for the future. And I've been waiting